Thank you so much for being here today. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel for all my new subscribers. My name is Aisha Christina. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram at Aisha Christina Foster, and also make sure that your post notifications are turned on so that you are notified every single time that I post. Today's topic, guys, is actually highly requested. We are going to be talking about how you can start over and stop dwelling on the past. This is such a important, topic to talk about because a lot of us, we feel stuck and we can't get over certain things that have happened to us, or maybe even some things that we did. We're going to get into all of it today. So make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up before you watch it because you know it's going to be good. Hello, do you not believe in me? Do you not have faith in me? I promise, guys, I will deliver. Let's get right on into this video. So like I mentioned before, I feel like I genuinely do get this question so often, and I actually feel like I do have the answer now through my own life experience. Trust me, I get it. You want to stop thinking about the guy that broke your heart, the mistakes you made in the relationship. You can't get over all the good things that happened between that person. He may have broken up with you, whatever it is. We highlight and romanticize all of the good things that had happened in a situation that may have been toxic for us, and that person is treating us like trash. I get it. The great news is that you actually can start over. Welcome to the beginning of your new life. Today, we're going to be talking about why dwelling is, of course, unhealthy, and of course, how we can start over. So you're going to listen to this video anytime you need a little pick me up, a little pep in your step. It's going to help you, and you're going to listen to it until you practically memorize it and it aligns with every fiber of your being. I'm just kidding. Not really. Firstly, understand this, guys. Life moves on whether you decide to or not. And this is why replaying shoulda, coulda, wouldas is self-sabotaging. Dwelling is essentially self-sabotage. And there is a quote that I read on this website while I was researching this topic. And it says, if there's a thing or two that pain will teach you in this lifetime, it's how it feels to swim and how it feels to sink. We must learn both. We must make this discovery because without determining how much effort it takes to keep our head afloat or even understand how it feels to hit rock bottom, we will not truly understand our power. And isn't that really it right there? How profound. How can you know your power if you haven't identified those feelings? How to deal with those feelings. We will always go through different situations, trials, tribulations in life. But what's important is being resilient enough to overcome those things. There's a book called 3 Roots to Healing, and there are 3 major points of the entire book. And that is, 1, you must let the pain visit. 2, you must allow it to teach you. And lastly, 3, you must not allow it to overstay. If nothing changes, Angel, nothing changes. In order to get something that you never had, you have to be willing to do things that you've never done. It's going to require things that you've never done. It's going to require a mindset shift. It's going to require affirmative action behind the revelations. Nothing fulfilling and worth having comes without a little discomfort. So, step 1 in how to stop dwelling and start over is acceptance. This is accepting that he left. This is you accepting that he's unreachable. This is acknowledging that there are no more points to prove, no more arguments to make. This is you accepting that you cannot rewind history. This is you accepting that maybe you came to the realization that you wish that you wouldn't have overstayed your welcome. This is you accepting that you may miss him. And this is you accepting that it is okay. This is you accepting that you will not think of love and only equate it to that person. This is you accepting that someone new will love parts of you that were left undiscovered. This is you accepting that sometimes one of the best things that we can do in life is let go. Let some people go, even if that means letting go of the version of yourself that you thought that situation served. This is you accepting that you need to be more than you could ever be with that person. This is you understanding that you have to let go of things that are not meant for you. This is you preparing for step number 2. Be present. I want you right now to focus on the here and the now. I'm going to read a quote that I thought was really profound in a book that I read. And if I remember, I'm going to link it down below, I promise. And it says, difficult relationships often push you to change your behavior for the better. In feeling helpless, you learn to take care of yourself. In feeling used, you recognize your worth. In being abused, you develop compassion. In feeling like you're stuck, you realize there's always a choice. In accepting what was done to you, you realize that nobody has control at the end of the day. But in surrendering the need for something we'll never have, we can find peace, which is what we're actually seeking in the first place. Like I said in the beginning of the video, life moves on whether you choose to or not. Literally, you have to schedule in moments of mindfulness where your only job at that moment is to just be. Just pay attention to what's around you. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? You really want to get as granular as possible, starting with being present for 5 minutes out of the day, multiple times a day. And then that can turn into a day of being present to the best of your ability, just simply taking it day by day. Doing these things, being present, will have a significant impact on your emotional well-being and your peace. Trust me, I want you guys to understand that when we dwell on things, it makes us not only slip into a more negative vibration, negative slumber, but that holding a grudge, that lack of forgiveness, that inability to progress, because that's essentially what it is, means that you are going to adapt a victim mentality. Even if the things that happened to you were out of your control and not your fault, you still have to make the choice to move on from those things. Otherwise, it will affect your life. This is why we are stuck in situations. This is why we spend so much time with such a vengeful and vindictive type of, energy, because we're fueled by proving this person wrong, and everything is just coming from something that isn't sustainable, because half of the people that we're trying to prove things to really are not even thinking about us at all and really don't care. When you're spending and investing so much time in who's thinking what of you and all these different things, it is not sustainable. Who you are authentically, your soul is always going to search for ways to be seen, to knock at you and be heard. And what are you going to do with it? Spend your time forever trying to level up on why you're the better choice than the last girl, or showing him what you feel like he has missed. Like, how is that genuinely sustainable? It's not. And that's why even they say the best, revenge is success. And it's like, even though to a degree there is truth to that quote, I don't even like the term revenge, because to me, I don't believe in getting even with people. That's just me, okay? Different strokes for different folks. To me, revenge means that there's some part of you that is still holding on to like the hurt. And so you have to prove and live this narrative out in your life to prove whatever was done to you, that was not okay, and that you were better than this situation, or you're over that situation. But when you have true peace and you cultivate true peace by being present, because what is present? The present is right now that guy is gone. That girl is gone. That friend is gone. That person is going to say what they want about you regardless. You cannot change people's minds. Every time you try to change someone else, consider how hard it is to change yourself, okay? Like, we have to really consider these things. Everybody is doing the best that they can according to their level of consciousness. And the more you evolve as an individual, you will have the understanding that it's never even really about you. Even when it feels like somebody's doing something to hurt you, this is stemming from other things from themselves. and bleeding on into you, which is why if you don't heal from who hurt you, what hurt you, you will bleed onto other people that have not cut you. This is how you find yourself in a situation where you're constantly dwelling. You just can't get over it. You're obsessed with it. This is why you're constantly checking the social media of that guy. This is why you're, hating on this person. You're comparing yourself to that person. You're dwelling on the ideas of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It should be me instead of that person. Why does that person deserve this, but I don't have it? What is that going to do? Do you really want that to be the foundation behind what fuels you to be a better person? It's not sustainable and it's not possible. Doesn't mean, okay, you can't be successful. But as far as what I care about on this community and this channel in being a good person to serve the human collective, that's not something that I'm going to promote ever. Seeking revenge is never something that I'm going to promote. Being a good person will always be something that I think that the world could always use more of. You can be successful without having to step on people. There's always room for more people at the table, okay? It's not me or them, it's me and them, okay? If a situation does not serve you, think about it like this. Hey, it sucks, but the reality of the situation is that it just wasn't for you. You're not the only one that deals with things. You think that there are people in life that haven't dealt with heartbreak? You think there are people in life that, even if they haven't dealt with heartbreak, maybe specifically, I'm sure they have been with someone that has hurt their feelings at some point or another in their life. We're human beings. Lastly, be grateful. And I know this sounds absolutely insane. Like, what is there to be grateful for? In order to let go, you have to be able to cultivate a peaceful mindset. And that is letting something go in peace and surrender. You need to be able to say thank you for that experience and mean it. What can you be grateful for? Realizing what you deserve. You now know better. That is something to be grateful for. Realizing that now you have the ability to be more conscious of who you let in your life. Being grateful dramatically shifts your life. There's very little room for negativity when you're coming from this approach, or when you have this approach, because you have self-compassion and you realize that, hey, everything serves its purpose. It's not, well, this happened and I'm not allowed to be hurt. No, it means the hurt will not dictate and rule the rest of my life. Let go of the attachment and keep the lesson. Letting go sets you free. It may, of course, hurt for a bit, but then you're free. You're trading in temporary pain for permanent happiness and peace and revelation. When you let go, you are choosing peace. It's not ego-driven. You're not using your negative emotions to fuel further resentment. True freedom is absolutely possible. Starting over is absolutely possible. It just takes a little work, and everybody has to do it. I think that you're worth it. I want you to decide that with me. I want you to understand that you are absolutely worth putting the work into. This is about you. This is your journey. This is how you start over. You simply decide to make that decision. I'm going to end with this quote by Paulo Coelho. If you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. That is the end of this video, angels. My camera is literally overheating right now. I'm so happy I was able to finish this. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. We are growing the A-team. We're so close to 200,000 subscribers. Do not forget that I love you and God loves you. And I'll see you beautiful angels in my next video. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Post notifications turned on and thumbs up, thumbs up. Mwah.